B to the fourth minus. That's it. Very good. 16. I'm sorry? You mean?
Like go from the right to the left.
Yes, by factoring out 7b. Yes. Special product, please. 68. 9x squared, indeed. Right. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Very good. And plus? Excellent. We're working on 71.
Say 3x plus 5, 3x minus 5. How do you know when you write
3x plus 5 times 3x minus 5 is the difference of squares, which is 9x squared minus 25.
So when it's opposite? Yeah, I know
It's
it's
a
different from this, but
right.
What can we do and just know what it looks like?
Yeah.
How do you know if it's just?
Yeah. So 3x plus 5 and 3x minus 5 will be 9x squared minus 25.
So it'll always be opposite.
A different, yes. The same thing, but a different opposite sign.
And if you want us to FOIL on the test, it's going to say FOIL, right?
No, it is going to say just multiply.
And we have to learn to use.
I will not specifically say use a special product. I'm hoping that you will. I'm hoping that you will always use a special product when you recognize one. If you don't recognize it, it's a different story. But if you do recognize it, it's always helpful for chapter 6, so you know how to go backwards.
Alright, so if I got 2 answers, you will give me credit for the one that's right?
No, I will not choose the correct one and say, oh, wow. No. That's funny. Sylvia, I'm sorry.
I was trying to figure out how to do 3x.
Which problem are we looking at?
68.
The special product says the first term squared.
Chapter 5.
Right.
I'm trying to do chapter 6 stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, good. Can anyone dictate the first step in 71? Can anyone dictate the first step in 71, please?
X plus 2 squared.
So first I have to multiply. Yes, x to the fourth. This times this. Now this times this. This times this. 2x cubed. This times this. Good. So I finish with the first term. Now I'm distributing the second term to all of them. Plus 2x cubed. Plus. Very good. Minus. Very good. I'm done with the second term as well. Now I distribute 4 to all three. Plus. Very good. Now remember, you have to combine like terms and present everything in descending order. Always establish the degree first and take it from there. 4 is the degree indeed. These two go away indeed, but I still have 4x cubed and plus 4x squared. These two go away and minus 16. Is this okay, everyone? Okay. Moving on. Here's another two other special products for you. 5x minus 9 squared and exactly what Brielle wanted. See, your wish is my command. It's a very good question, actually. I was going to do that. Yes? Okay, can anyone dictate 79? Very good. Very good. Yes, because it's minus, right? But it's minus because it's minus here. 90x indeed. Very good. 2 times the first times the second. Initially, the first time we did this, you said what, right? And now you're 10 minutes ahead of me. Plus 81. Wonderful. Very good. That's it.
That's 5x minus 8 squared.
Say it again.
Number 70.
That's 79. 5x minus 9. Okay, let's look at some yes, yes,
Will
please.
it always be plus in the front, or it can be either one?
This one here, the first term is always positive.
So that's how I know if it's.
It's always positive, although this may be twisted. You may have negative 9 plus 5x, but it's still the first term will always be positive because you square it. Okay, negative exponents now, and then long division. Ready? Okay, let's look at 100. Now I'm sure that we did this before. I'm sure, I shouldn't say sure, but I think. I mean, as I said before, you have absolutely no excuse not to ace this test. I mean, we've been doing this for more than a month.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
The
Sylvia?
81, is that the no foil?
That is the special product, the difference of squares. A plus b times a minus b is a squared minus b squared. A plus b, a minus b, a squared minus b squared. Okay, problem 100. I highly recommend do not wait another semester to take O12. I highly recommend registering O12 for the spring semester. Okay, so this is extremely important not to leave gaps between math courses. And throughout the spring break, open up the tests and look at them again. Yes,
Are you able to register for spring places yet?
you can.
Because when I was on the website, I could only pick from fall and winter. I couldn't see anything for spring.
The registration is open.
Okay. Check it out.
Now, another piece of advice, do not take 5 super difficult courses. Don't take English and math and physics and chemistry and biology all in one semester. That's a killer. It's an absolute killer. Be very careful. Balance them out.
Okay, take sociology.
I think that will be okay. But some students are trying, take everything at once, and then they have to drop from 5 out of 6. You don't want to do that. Okay, are we ready with the 100? First, we have to work inside because I see the same factors. Then I have to work on this. And only then I deal with this. So I copy the base. What happens with the exponents? From negative 3, I subtract negative 2. What do I get? Good. Multiplied by y. From negative 4, I subtract negative 5. 1, very good. Everything raised to negative 3. Now I raise each factor by copying the base. What happens with the exponents?
No, 3.
Very good. We multiply times y to which power? negative 3. And now one of them has a negative power. Where will it go? Very good. X to the third over y to the third. Now in 113 and 114 we're asked to present the standard form. So they don't want the scientific notation. They want us to go back to a simple plain number. So can anyone tell me where do I move the decimal point when the power of 10 is positive 5? To the right. The number is very big. Very big. So I have 8, 6, 7, and then what else do I write? 0? But it has to, you're right, the total of 5, but I already have 2. I'm moving 2 already. So I need 3 more. Now the other one. Remember 10 to negative 3 is basically 1 over 10 to the third. So the decimal point this time will go in which direction? To the left. So I have 3, 8, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Division now of polynomials.
Question.
Yes.
If you, instead of doing what was the inside the term.
I don't recommend it.
Okay.
I don't recommend it. But yes, you will get the same answer. But you will write 3 rows instead of, or 4 rows instead of 1. Always simplify inside if you have the same factors. Look at this situation. If I have this a to negative 1, b to the third over c, d to the fourth power, and I raise to negative 3, I have no choice. I have to raise every factor because a, b, c, and d are not common factors. But here, I have x in both, and I have y in both. I would not complicate my life there, but here I have no choice. So always look, I'm not saying to try to find the easiest path at all times, but I'm saying always try to simplify, always try to factor out if you can, always try to get rid of or work on same factors like we had there before you do anything else. And because of we have parentheses, you should always work inside as much as you can and then worry about the last thing, because that's the last thing. Good. Let's look at some division. Let's say 122 on page 369. 5a to the third b minus. I think we did that too. Yeah, I recognize it now after I copy it. Everything divided by negative 5ab. This is a division of polynomials. Okay, so what do we do here? Yes, yes. So we have 5aqb, we separate the terms, very good. 15ab squared over negative 5ab, and then plus 20ab over negative 5ab. Ready? First term, or first fraction, negative. That's it. B and B are gone. So 15 over negative 5 is negative 3 with minus in front is positive. 3b, I agree. And then negative 4, and these two go away. So this is it. Let's look at the long division now. Ready? 125. A cubed plus a squared plus 2a plus 6. Everything divided by a minus 2. 2 minutes. Okay? We need more time? Okay. The last homework that we had and I graded was all about chapter 5, right? Chapter 5 was finished, but I did not select anything for chapter 6, correct? Okay, I'm going to select right now. So homework for, hopefully for Tuesday, if you can, if not Thursday, but I think you should finish it for Tuesday so we can continue reviewing. From problem 1 through 66 on pages 434 and 435. So I'm happy Tim is not here because he's going to say, what about 2 problems?
Oh, so, 1 through 66.
Okay? All the answers are in the back of the book.
I was the
60%, no, it's the review.
10.
60% of those problems were done in class. So you only have about 40% of them, which is about 24 or 30 problems at the most. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Good. A times what is a cubed? Of course, they are both in descending order and nothing is missing, correct?
Correct.
A times y times what is a cubed?
A squared.
Good. We go back with a squared times a. It's a to the third, but I subtract. Now it's negative 2a squared, but I have to change the sign. So this is 3a squared plus 2a. A times what is 3a squared? Positive 3a. 3a times a is 3a squared. I subtract. 3a times negative 2 is negative 6a. I subtract. A times what is 8a? Good. 8 times a is 8a. I subtract. and negative 16, I subtract. Therefore, the answer to this is excellent. Very good. You can always go back and check, right? You will multiply this by this and add 22 and make sure you can recover this. Okay? Can we choose one more? Okay. I'm sorry?
Can you choose one where it's missing?
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
So when you're missing terms, can you just put like 0x in there just?
Whatever works for you. Because sometimes students put 0 and then 7 underneath and they say it's 8. They add 7 to 0 and they get 8. So be very careful. Okay, that's fine. As long as you are okay with that, I'm fine. One more time, use any method that works for you. Any method. I'm fine. 133. Is x to the 5th minus 1 divided by x plus 1. So first of all, I have to arrange it the way I know it should be written, right? And it should be written like this, correct? It's the same thing, it's a different way of writing it, but this is what I'm looking for. Now, both top and bottom are in descending order. Would you agree? So when I divide now, power 4 is missing, power 3 is missing, power 2 is missing, power 1, or I should say degree 1 if you want, minus 1, and x plus 1. I'm ready to start the algorithm when you are. Yes? To x to the 5th, but I have to change the sign. Then x to the 4th, but I have to change the sign. I bring down the next in line. X times what is negative x to the 4th? Very good, excellent. Negative x cubed times x. Negative x to the 4th, positive x to the 4th. Negative x to the 3rd times 1 is negative x to the 3rd plus x to the 3rd. Bring down the next in line. X times what is x cubed? Positive x squared. X squared times x is x cubed, but I have to subtract. X squared times 1 is x squared, but I have to subtract. Bring down the next in line. X times what is negative x squared. Careful. Very good. Negative x times x is negative x squared plus x squared. Negative x times 1 is negative x, but I have to write plus x. Finally, I bring down x, and I can now bring down negative 1. X times what is x? Plus 1. 1 times x is x, I subtract. 1 times 1 is 1, but I subtract. So the remainder is negative 2. So therefore, final answer is, can anyone dictate?
Minus x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 1.
Very good. That is indeed the final answer.